So my roommate, Dave, is usually a pretty normal dude, likes his coffee black, his socks mismatched, and his breakfast loud. We're talking full-on podcast at 7 a.m., spoons clanging, cereal box rustling like a tumbleweed in a western. But last Monday, he suddenly announced he was embarking on a silent breakfast challenge. No talking, no slurping, no unnecessary clinking. Just zen, monk-like tranquility while we ate. Naturally, I assumed he'd read some productivity thread about mindful eating or something. Fine, I can handle a little morning peace. But by day 3, things got weirder. I noticed Dave sitting at the table in absolute silence, eyes laser-focused, hunched over his bowl with a look of grim determination. He didn't even look up when I walked in. The only sound was this faint, dry scraping noise, like someone gently sandpapering a piece of cardboard. Out of curiosity, and let's be honest, concern for his mental state, I peeked over his shoulder. There he was, eating dry cereal with a fork. No milk, no spoon. Just the saddest, driest, crunchiest breakfast I've ever witnessed. I tried to play it cool, but my concern grew with each passing day. I started asking leading questions like, "Hey, did you want me to pick up anything from the store? Or is everything okay with breakfast lately?" Dave would just nod serenely, as if he was floating down a river of enlightenment instead of choking down a mouthful of Cinnamon Toast Crunch shrapnel. At one point, I caught him pouring water over his cereal, but then he just stared at it in horror before dumping it all in the sink and disappearing into his room. Finally, on Friday, I confronted him. "Dave, are you okay? Why are you eating cereal with a fork? Did we run out of milk?" He broke his vow of silence and sighed, "Yeah, I ran out of milk 3 days ago. I just didn't want to admit it after making such a big deal about being mindful at breakfast." I just stared at him. "Next time you want to be silent, just let me know. But if you ever start eating soup with a knife, I'm calling an intervention."